All right, after Veterans Day comes a flurry of holidays all in a row, so 'tis the season to get in the spirit. But, as you know, unpacking all those decorations often takes a lot of bending over, a lot of stretching, some heavy lifting. We know what that means, back pain, and I'm not the only one. I know it. So here to help us minimize our risk of back pain and injury, spine and sports medical specialist, Dr. Yash Mehta. Thank you so very much for coming in today. It's great to see you.
Pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Well, listen, we want the holidays to be happy and pain-free, and that is the key. So before we do a little lifting of our own, and you're going to show me the right way to do it, what do you see this time of year as far as injuries?
Yeah, that's a great question. So, in general, back pain is one of the #1 complaints we see as physicians. But especially during the holidays, we definitely see an uptick, Thanksgiving, Christmas time, and there's no coincidence, or that's definitely not a coincidence, that it's definitely due to if people are working more around the holidays, if it's, decorating, baking, things like that, doing a lot of things that require heavy lifting, and we're not usually mindful of proper techniques.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you this before we do some lifting ourselves. Unfortunately, we're not doing heavy lifting here. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
As we lead up, we still have a little bit of time maybe for some people to get the decorations up. Can we do anything in the meantime to loosen up the back or to get prepared so that we don't just, we're not weekend warriors one weekend of the year when we go to put up all the decorations?
Exactly. One of the things that one of our partners says is movement is key, right? So it doesn't have to be, sometimes people think I have to get to the gym, I have to get on the treadmill. As long as we're moving around, getting our body used to doing certain things, that's the #1 thing we could do. And then that day of, if we're making sure we're mindful to be stretching, loosening up, limbering up, just to make sure that then when we do those activities, it's not the first time our bodies felt that and then we hurt ourselves.
It's so key, and I know I had back pain like everybody else in the world probably has had, and I have heard from doctors like you, like it's so hard to diagnose too, right? Because you don't know with each person, there's so many things that could be contributing to it, right?
Yes.
So it's key, that prevention, to make sure that we don't get there. All right, we have some ornaments here. If this is a heavy box, so I just want to just like bend down and try to pick it up like this, I probably would end up putting some strain on my lower back.
Exactly.
Right?
No, that's actually not the way you want to do it. So the key thing that I say is go low and go slow.
Okay.
Low meaning bend your knees and get closer to the ground so you're not putting that weight on the back. The more you're reaching, the more weight you're transferring over to the back.
So it's not just the bending over, it's the bending over and the lifting.
And reaching outwards.
So
exactly.
This right here, that's the worst thing I could do.
That's the worst thing you could do.
So instead, I want to just try to get low if I can,
so if you can get low and go slow, right? So you don't have to increase the movements. A lot of times we live in a fast-paced society, so I want to put the decorations up really quick before I have to change my kid's diaper or things like that. But take your time and do things like that.
So one of the other things that's nice is if I put this up here, is if I have a friend like you for a heavy box, so we can both do it.
Exactly.
So then we both do
it together.
Pick up the box.
Exactly.
All right. Same thing for putting it down, right? We don't want to bend over.
Yeah.
And put it
And
down.
the other thing you can see that I've done is, so I just put out some lights this week for Diwali that's coming up for us as Indians. But in the storage shed, I have a big box. But then what I did is I put it into a smaller box to take up the stairs. So sometimes we think, man, I want to get this done quickly. Let me take everything up quickly. But that's a really heavy weight.
So if that's in storage or in the basement, like separate a little bit before, bring the little boxes up. Now, if we're putting the lights up, whether it's for Diwali, for Christmas, whatever it is that you're celebrating, they go up above us, right?
Yes.
Should we be extra cautious then if we're doing something like that as far as keeping our body in good shape?
Yeah, extra cautious because when we're putting things higher up, we tend to use a ladder, right? And so then what we're doing, again, we're trying to move quickly. And so we want to make sure the ladder's on firm ground. All 4 points of contact of the ladder are there. And then we maintain 3 points of contact. That decreases the risk of falling, injuring yourself, maybe even having a spinal cord injury. So anything that we could do to prevent any injuries. Safety is key.
All right, take care of that back now, because even with the lights, you're going to be reaching up too and putting extra strain on the parts of your body you might not normally do. Thank you very much. You have a lot of holidays coming up to celebrate. I hope they're all amazing for you and safe for you and for everybody out there who is celebrating as well. There is the doctor's information if you would like to find out more. Check out his social media, or you can go to the website and find out more information as well at Virginia Spine Institute. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you coming in today. All right.
Yeah, pleasure.
Safe lifting and safe celebrating to everybody out there. The tree looks great, by the way. I know you spent a lot of time putting this together before you got here today. Great job.
Didn't take too long.
Multi-talented doctor here. Thank you very much. Still much more on Good Day, including an update on your Veterans Day forecast. We'll get a guide to picking out the best shoes for running. A lot of turkey trots coming up. That'll keep you in shape. And a special fashion showcase of African designs. All that coming up soon. First, though, we're going to head out on another Fox 5 field trip. Here's Taylor.